This is the Wabash Carnegie Public Library Oral History Program, interviewing Mrs. J. R. Aileen Showalter at her home, 624 Crown Hill Drive East, Wabash, Indiana, Wednesday afternoon, November 28th, 1973. Well, let me see. I think the first question I'm going to ask you is who your parents were, your mother and father.
Glenn and Agnes Kester.
And what did your father do for a living?
Well, he worked for Mr. Honeywell for many, many years.
Yeah. And do you remember approximately when he was born? And
well, I just don't have the dates right now.
Yeah. And
but he was 76 when he died, and he died last year, so you can figure from there.
Yeah. Okay. And that would have made him around 1897, being
Yes.
born in 1897. Now, what was your mother's maiden name?
Son of Frank.
Son of Frank. Were they both from Wabash County?
No, they were from Peru, from Miami County.
Yeah. Do you remember your grandparents on your father's side?
Yes.
And
Her grandfather was a railroader. And, of course, his name was Kester. And then I had grandmother he married Marie Wilson,
mm-hmm.
who was Grandma Kester.
Mm-hmm. And you remember going down there as a little girl and visit?
Yes, and my folks lived in the same house that Grandma and Grandpa owned
mm-hmm.
for a long time in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
And Daddy drove back and forth from Peru to Wabash
mm-hmm.
and worked at Honeywells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was the interurban running also in those days?
I think it was. I'm sure it was.
Yeah. You told me one time that your father was one of Mr. Honeywell's old, faithful, and trusted employees.
Yes.
Did you ever remember him telling you stories about?
He told so many stories, and one in particular, he said Mr. Honeywell would come down and sit by his bench and visit with him,
mm-hmm.
and that pleased him so.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the very highest regard for him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, fine. Your mother, of course, back in those days, did she work?
I think she did at a button factory before they were married. Now, I'm not sure what button factory, but that's what she did.
Did you have any sisters or brothers?
I had one sister,
and
Dorothea, and she has been dead for 3 years.
And so your mother and father are both passed?
No, yeah, my father and my sister, but my mother is still alive.
She's still living?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Tell me, Aileen, when were you born? What's your birth date?
1920.
And the day?
June 16.
June 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to grade school here?
No, in Peru.
And high school?
Oh, yes, Wabash High School. We lived here then.
Yeah.
And, yes, I graduated from Wabash High School.
And what year would that have been?
1938.
How did you first come in contact with Mr. Honeywell?
Well, of course, I'd heard about him all my life through Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was at the Honeywell Gardens, Miss Walrod called one day and asked if we'd get a group of girls together. Mr. Honeywell wanted girls standing all around in the gardens when he was having open house for visitors, you see. And that was the first time at the lodge.
And then how did this relationship with the photographer and all that blossom with his niece? And
well,
tell me about that.
I think he looked the girls over pretty well, and decided on 3 of us that he would like to take pictures of. And he had hired Seth Larson, as I've told you before, to come to Wabash and do movies and stills. And we spent a great deal of time out there having all this done. Of course, I was to be a singer, I think Alice Faye, and they had her voice, and I mouthed it, you know.
They were making sound movies?
Yes, making sound movies.
I'll be darned. Who were the other girls, the other 2 girls?
Marjorie Stewart Johnson, who is was a GI girl during the war, And she did commercial photography in Chicago after she attended Indiana University for about 2 years. She went on to Chicago and really did very well. And then during the war, she, as I said, GI girl, and she traveled all over the world. And I have several pictures of her that she has sent back to me that are really very, very good. And she did work for Esquire magazine. Her picture was in there. So Margie, I think, really gained quite a bit from this experience with Mr. Honeywell.
And who was the other young lady?
That was his niece, Janet Ross. And Janet attended Indiana University for 4 years and was married just before the war. And she's been back here several times to visit, and we were great friends in that in 1939, Mr. Honeywell took his niece and myself to his home in Florida over Christmas. It was Janet's Christmas vacation from college, you see. And oh, what a delight it was. He had Miss Walbrod take us to Indianapolis and bought us all the clothes that we would use on the trip. And we drove to Florida. And I can't begin to tell you what a wonderful, wonderful time we had. And he took us out to Boca Chica, of course, and many, many parties, and just, well, it was all just so great, I can't begin to tell you about it. Janet was here not long ago. Her father passed away, and I think she is in Florida now.
Did Mr. Larson, what kind of a man was he, the Seth Larson? The
Oh, he just was real fine. I mean, very patient, and worked hard with us, you know, to get us to do just exactly what he wanted us to do. And did I tell you, I think he might be in Chicago now.
Was he a young man?
Yes,
then?
he was.
Did you have the opportunity then to see the finished product?
Yes. Now I don't know what else Mr. Honeywell did. I mean, with the pictures or the finished products.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are.
Yeah. What were they as by that standard? How were they? Were they good, or were they entertaining, or were they just?
It was just music and singing. That's what we did, and well, mostly for a picture, I think.
Yeah. Did Mr. Larson take still photographs also?
Yes, miss. Many.
Yeah. Did Mr. Honeywell, was he constantly in the background when Mr. Larson would be doing all this?
Not all the time, but he was very interested in photography. And so I think that's why he started this thing with his niece and myself and Margie.
Yeah. Was it fun?
Oh, yes, it was fun. We had a great time out there.
Did they pay you?
No.
No pay?
No pay.
Yeah.
I think I was well paid in the trip to Florida, don't you?
Yes, I do. How about Mr. Honeywell's music? You've shown me a sheet of the music there. Did you ever hear him play the violin?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He liked to entertain with his violin and have everyone sing, and we had good times. I mean, it was all great fun.
Was first Mrs. Honeywell, was she living then?
No, I think she was dead.
I think he married second time in 1943.
In 1943. Oh, yes. Well, I'm not sure when Mrs. Honeywell, the first Mrs. Honeywell.
I think 39.
39. Well, I did meet her, had the privilege of meeting her out the lodge.
Yeah. Not many people seem to remember the first Mrs. Honeywell, who was Olive Lutz. Do you? What?
Well, now that is Janet's aunt, you see.
Oh, I see.
Janet Ross's aunt.
Yeah. What kind of a woman was she?
Oh, she was a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Very quiet. And just a real lady. That's all. I didn't know her very well.
Did the three of you girls, Janet Ross and Marjorie Stewart and yourself, did you stick together pretty close in those days?
Well, Margie is still my very dearest friend. And as I said, she lives in California, and I've gone out many times to see her, and she's been back to visit me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Janet, after the war, of course, went someplace else with her husband, and I lost track until about 3 years ago. And she came to Wabash to visit. Of course, I saw her then, and we had lunch together. And her father was alive then, and lived here in Wabash. Her mother passed away some time ago.
Did you ever see Mr. Honeywell in a rather humorous situation?
Oh, he had so much fun about him.
Mm-hmm.
Laughter, and yes, he was just a very, very kind, wonderful, gentle, happy man.
Yeah. Do you ever remember any particular instance where something humorous happened that he got a particular...
Yes, I do. When we were in Florida, he took us out on his yacht.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, being a great surprise and everything so terrific, I said, Mr. Honeywell, where's the conductor of the boat?
Yeah.
And he thought that was very funny.
Did you ever see him in a situation that irritated him with some particular thing that you girls had done, or the photographer, or...
I didn't see him cross ever, or irritated. He just was very good-natured.
How long did this photography hobby, or...
Of his last?
Yes. How long did you girls
Well,
work for him?
From 1936 until 38.
Had you graduated then in 37?
In 38.
In 38.
Well, 39 perhaps is, he went on with his photography, and then I don't know.
But this would primarily be in the summertime then that he would be doing it?
No, it was summer and winter because it was out at the lodge, you see. And then you knew, of course, that his studio in the lodge, he moved to the country club. That's where the country club is now.
Did he ever take any pictures down at his house on North Wabash
No.
Street? Nothing was done there in his facilities there?
No.
Did Mr. Larson stay here all the time?
Yes, I think he was hired by Mr. Honeywell just for that reason.
And he lived here someplace then, obviously?
I do not, I just don't know where he lived.
I'm going to ask you about your family. We get a little record for the grandchildren and so forth. And tell me about your life and marriage. And tell me what happened after you told me about going to California and what happened there.
Well, before I went to California, I was engaged to Alfred Plummer. And Margie came home and said, go back with me and see what you can do out there. At the time, I was working for Dr. Noggle. And I thought, should I do this or shouldn't I? But I did. And stayed, I think, 6 months. Mr. Honeywell told me goodbye.
Yeah.
And I stayed, did I say 6 weeks?
6 months.
Well, it was just 6 weeks, then
6
the war
weeks.
started.
Yeah.
And I had a phone call from my husband then.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, won't you come home and get married? Well, we had planned it anyhow, but I decided I'd give California a try. And I said yes. So I was married in 1941 to Alfred Plummer.
Right.
And followed him, around from place to place. He was in the Navy. And then I came home. Alfred was shipped overseas. And my first son, Alfred III, was born. And I spent 1.5 years going back from Peru to my folks and Alfred's folks, living with my new son. And then after the war, Alfred started to practice with his father here in Wabash. And we lived here always down on West Hill Street in the old Stewart home. And Stephen was born there, Stephen Plummer. And Alfred is 30 now, and Stephen 25. And I was married. Alfred died in let's see, 1965, I believe. And Stephen was still in high school, lived on Hill Street then until he graduated. And then he went to Paris for his education. And I lived there for about 3 years by myself. And then I married Richard Showalter.
And here we are.
And here we are in our living room.
Yeah. I wonder in today's world, as you look back, were those really happy years being a wife and mother, or do you wish that you had had a career maybe in photography? Or?
Well, not really, because I did the thing I wanted to do, and was very happy in doing it. It was lonesome, of course, when Alfred was during the war, but I had a baby to look after and many good friends. And
of course, Alfred's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Frank Plummer, your relationship with them was...
well, it was very good, because living with them and all, you know, and never any friction. They were wonderful people, just the finest.
And then, of course, hauling the baby back and forth between here and Peru.
Daddy did that. Yes, I'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and pack all these little things, and Daddy would bring me up to the Plumbers with the baby, and I'd stay for a couple of weeks and then go back and live with Mother and Daddy.
How's Steve doing now?
Steve is doing very well. He is assistant to the president of student affairs at the American College in Paris, where he went to school.
Have you been over to see him?
Not yet. I'm hoping to in the spring.
I think that's real interesting, the way children's careers go. And,
of course, Alfred is an attorney, you know, and doing quite well.
I think that both are a compliment to their mother and father.
Well, thank you very much.
Do you have anything else to add to Mr. Honeywell's story?
Well,
do you ever see the present Mrs. Honeywell? Do you see her often?
yes, I do, and she is a very gracious, wonderful lady.
She is, certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends, of course, you still correspond with, and Marjorie, Stewart.
Marjorie and Janet, yes.
Still correspond.
Mm-hmm.
As I was pointing out to you, I admire Mr. Larson's photography, but I thought he had a very gracious and lovely subject.
Oh, I thank you.
Those are just beautiful photographs. But Mr. Honeywell played the violin, and you also played the violin. Did the two of you ever play a duet?
Well, I wasn't quite as good as he was. No.
You were talking about they made movies where they're going back to some of this. We're skipping around. Were some of those movies sound, or were they all sound?
They were all sound.
All sound. All sound movies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Jim Weiss being around at all, helping on the photography equipment?
No.
Who helped Mr. Larson? Anyone that you remember?
Well, I just had nothing to do with any of it except Mr. Larson's the only one I remember.
Was Mr. Honeywell's song, to your knowledge, do you know anything on the background, done here, there, or local? Or?
It must have been done in Florida.
In Florida.
I rather imagine so.
Yep. One thing that not very many people have had the opportunity is to visit his house in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Could you describe that? What was the style and
well,
so
it
forth?
was on Indian Creek, and I'm just not sure whether it was French. I just don't know the architecture. But it was just a beautiful, beautiful place. You walked into a patio, and then the house surrounded it, and a balcony above that you could look out in the bedroom over the patio, and at the front of the house was Indian Creek. And on Christmas Eve, we all were dressed, and the boat was in light and, decorated very beautifully, and they had a parade all down Indian Creek, where his house, we could see his house from the boat, from the yacht. And that was really quite an experience for poor Janet and me.
Did you said Marvel drove you down? Was that there?
No, we drove down with Mr. Honeywell.
Oh, Mr. Honeywell drove
Yes,
down.
and sang and had a wonderful time all the way down there. And incidentally, he was arrested for speeding.
Where was that?
Oh, someplace in Georgia.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing,
Didn't he have a chauffeur also?
Yes, he did, but he drove us.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And he brought us back. We had to get permission from our parents to fly, and that time, flying was not like it is now. Excited and scared, but we did. We flew to Atlanta and took a train from Atlanta on to Indianapolis one
The planes it was safer to go from.
Oh, he wanted us to see all the ways of travel. You see, by boat, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that makes a lot of sense. Can you think of anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I believe that is all.
I want to thank you. And I'm going to have this typed, and they'll send it to you, and you can make your corrections, and we can take it from there. How would that be?
That will be fine.
Okay, thanks, Aileen.